Hello everyone. In this video we are going to talk about eye conditions. So let's go to, actually today we're going to start in the other little reference guide. Okay, so this eye section has like 2 pages in this. So I'm just going to read this through. Okay, so eyes. Retina represents your feelings, and the fovea, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, represents your thinking. They need to work together for proper vision. When we are not single-minded, they begin to separate. Meaning, focused on Christ as opposed to being double-minded, which technically all of us are double-minded. We're all on a spectrum of that, but anyway. Not wanting to understand what you are seeing, not seeing the truth, fearing the future, not wanting to see life as it is. Life is weak and out of focus, not seeing eye to eye with another, not forgiving, inability to see one's own self-worth. So I assume how this is set up that is pertaining particularly to the retina and or fovea. Now, bags under the eyes is holding on to old, inaccurate concepts. So basically lies. Blinking uncontrollably, always running out of time, which causes not wanting to see what you haven't done and wasting time in between opportunities. Cataracts, not wanting to see the future, not seeing any future for yourself, failing to share your knowledge or skills. And let me jump over here real quick. The medical definition of cataracts, it says the cause of cataracts is unknown. It is a cloudiness in the eye that limits vision. Okay, so we just went over what causes it. All right, moving on. Circles under the eye. Bitterness, resentment, hurt, self-condemnation, feeling unfulfilled, deep-seated grief, remorse, and or regret. Glaucoma, it says protracted hostility. We might have to break that down. Okay, jumping over here, medical definition of glaucoma is an increase of pressure in the eye which damages the optic nerve and causes poor eyesight or loss of vision. And real quick, let's pull up the definition of protracted, because that is an interesting way to describe hostility. So let's just break that down real quick. Protracted definition. Okay, protracted, lasting for a long time or longer than expected or usual. Okay, so glaucoma, protracted hostility, meaning the person has been harboring hostility for a very long time. Okay, itching eyes, feel you're not doing what is best for you. Not seeing what needs to be done, feel you aren't doing a good job. Okay, now the other page. A stye. A stye indicates not seeing the best in another person, unresolved anger towards someone, hanging on to feelings of resentment. Watery eyes. Unable to express an inner grief, unable to say what you would like to. It's interesting because for the last few years I've had kind of watery eyes. It's interesting. So it's basically like your body is crying involuntarily, which makes sense. My old social worker a long time ago, she told me that there's certain chemicals that come out when we cry that the body needs to get rid of. And so if you're not crying when you need to, it would make sense that your body, that your eyes would water because your body needs to get rid of certain chemicals. All right, eyelids. If you have flaky skin on your eyelids, it's a feeling of being inadequate or unworthy, unable to say what you feel. If you have protruding eyelids, that's an interesting concept. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know what that would look like. Resenting change, do not want to voice how you feel. Red eyelids, not speaking truth of what you see, feeling resentment because of this. Okay, so that's all very interesting. Okay, so going over here to the root cause, and over here it's focusing more so on cataracts and glaucoma. It says it is an inherited disease, could be fear, anxiety, and distress. And that pretty much means it's generational whenever it says inherited, and then over here it says generational curse. Okay, so going to the ministry part. Ask if parents or grandparents had this condition. Most likely this will be an inherited disease and will need to break off generational curses. Break off fear, anxiety, and distress if applicable, and impart the peace of God, of Jesus. For cataracts, command the cloudiness to go and the lens to clear in Jesus' name. For glaucoma, command the pressure to be relieved and the fluids in the eye to flow properly. Command the optic nerve and any other damaged parts to be restored in Jesus' name. Okay, so I just want to remind everyone, I say this every so often when I'm making these videos, but pretty much everything in the spiritual realm breaks down to whether or not you gave legal rights to the enemy, to demons, okay? And so that happens via making a vow that you shouldn't have made, or agreeing with, partnering with a lie. Okay, and so that needs to be identified and then renounced in Jesus' name, and then there's other steps of revoking those rights, breaking the yoke, so on and so forth. I've typed all that up in some Word documents, and I've also explained it. I'm pretty sure I explained it in my Courtroom of Heaven videos, so I will put all of that below, as I have been doing. But if anyone has any questions, you're always welcome to reach out. I bless you all in Jesus' name.